Season 1 of Battlefield 6 is going out with a frosty bang. Winter Offensive has wrapped, and now we're staring down 6 long weeks of waiting. Season 2 has leaks, rumors, data mined surprises, and plenty to unpack. Today, we're digging into every detail: weapons, gadgets, vehicles, possible maps, everything we know so far. New weapons. The biggest leak centers around 4 new weapons on the horizon, pulled from data mining and heavily rumored for Season 2. First up is the MG5 LMG, a modern powerhouse with roots in Battlefield history. Back then, it turned Locker and Metro into laser tag arenas. Now, the MG5 looks ready to bring that same energy into Battlefield 6. It appears primed to be Season 2's debut gun, possibly the weapon that kicks off Phase 1. Then there's the Brand 2, an assault rifle or carbine-style weapon that immediately draws curiosity. With rifles currently skewed toward lower damage rolls, the Brand 2 stands out as a much-needed heavy hitter. Battlefield 6 has strong AR options like the SCARL and AK-4D, but neither quite scratches the itch for a high-caliber punch-to-the-chest rifle. If Brand 2 delivers, it could fill that gap beautifully. The final 2 additions come from the same family: the Scorpion EVO 3 and the Scorpion VZ61. Anyone who used the EVO in Battlefield 4 remembers how wild that weapon could be, especially before it was banned in competitive play. It was quirky, fast, fun, and downright nasty up close. Season 2 may bring that spirit back. The VZ61 is more mysterious. It could slot in as a sidearm. It could drop as a full SMG. Leaks aren't certain, but if these two end up sharing loadouts, the Scorpion family could reshape close quarters fights in a big way. There is one catch. Don't expect all 4 weapons to arrive at once. Battlefield 6 works on a monthly rollout model, 1 weapon per month, phase by phase. Still, the weapon lineup looks genuinely exciting. If the MG5 is powerful, if the Brand hits hard, if the Scorpions land right, Season 2's arsenal could feel fresh and aggressive. New gadgets. Weapons aren't the only firepower entering the game. 4 new gadgets are also lined up, bringing explosive utility, anti-vehicle strength, and a few controversial additions. The first device is the ZG-1 Frag Airburst Grenade Launcher. Old-school Battlefield players know the Airburst well: high-arc, mid-air detonations that punish enemies hiding behind cover. It's been in Battlefield 4, it was in 2042, and now it's making its way to Battlefield 6. Whether that's good or bad depends entirely on how you play. Airburst launchers are incredible for breaking stalemates, countering campers, or softening enemy lines, but they're also capable of turning chaotic maps into explosive spam zones. Battlefield 6 already leans into tight layouts and fast combat pacing. Add Airburst into the mix and things could get loud, fast. But Airburst isn't the only grenade launcher on deck. The GL-40 sticky launcher fires adhesive grenades that cling to enemies, vehicles, or buildings. Depending on where it lands in the class system, it could give assault or support players a valuable anti-vehicle option, though it also risks being rage-inducing for anyone on the receiving end. Then we have the M320A180, a returning anti-vehicle launcher inspired by past Battlefield titles. If it performs anything like it did in earlier games, it could be one of the most powerful tools for shredding armor in congested areas, especially on maps like Siege of Cairo, where tank movement is tight. Its impact will come down to numbers: damage output, magazine size, blast radius. But if it holds 6 rounds and hits hard, expect players to build entire loadouts around it. Finally, the RGO Impact Grenade rounds out the list. Veterans of Battlefield 4 know exactly what this is: quick throw, instant detonation, short fuse, high speed. This grenade is designed for finishing fights fast, less raw power, more precision timing. Together, these 4 gadgets could reshape the flow of infantry combat. If you're hyped for Season 2 and want to stay locked in on every leak, rumor, and update as they drop, hit that subscribe button. We're covering everything Battlefield 6, weapon by weapon, gadget by gadget, map by map. Don't miss it. The return of the Little Bird. Pilots, strap in. Battlefield 6 may be bringing back one of the most beloved air vehicles in franchise history: the Little Bird helicopter. The model already exists in campaign files, which is a strong sign. If developers move it into multiplayer through labs testing, Season 2 could officially mark its return. And this isn't a bare-bones aircraft. Loadout slots hint at multiple roles: miniguns, rocket systems, flares, motion tools, scanners, jammers, smoke. Even passengers won't be idle. They may gain access to tactical systems instead of just hanging off the side with a repair tool. That adds depth and identity. But let's not pretend the Little Bird is guaranteed to fly like it once did. Battlefield 4 movement was agile, silky, precise. Battlefield 2042's version, by comparison, felt heavier, stiffer, less charismatic. The Battlefield 6 version may end up somewhere in between, and leaning more toward the 2042 style. Expect big excitement, but expect adjustments too. Physics will matter, handling will matter, balance will matter. If Battlefield nails the feel, the Little Bird could become the star of Season 2. Jet skis and naval winks. It's not just air support making noise. There's also talk of a jet ski vehicle likely arriving in Season 3. That's not headline-shattering on its own, but it opens the door to something bigger. Water maps, naval warfare, boat combat. None of that is confirmed, but the hint alone is worth noticing. If water-focused maps or sea vehicles arrive at any point in the next seasons, It would expand Battlefield 6's identity dramatically. Where are the new maps? Here's the elephant in the room. There are currently no map leaks tied to Season 2. No confirmed new locations, no concrete details, no previews. But that doesn't spell doom. Battlefield seasons are built months in advance, and Season 1 launched with 2 maps. If the structure repeats, Season 2 may follow the same pattern, and 4 content phases suggest a roadmap big enough to support that. 2 maps seems like the safe prediction. The real hope, though, isn't just new maps. They're old ones being rebuilt. Map reworks that need to happen. Some existing Battlefield 6 maps feel off. They're visually striking, but not always fun. Layouts can feel stiff. Flow can feel broken. Spawns, lanes, and spacing sometimes fight against the way the game wants to be played. New Solace City sits at the top of that list. It struggles in conquest, breakthrough, and escalation. Large chunks of the map funnel into awkward choke points that don't reward strategy or pacing. In domination, it works better, but the design still leaves room for major improvement. Then there's Mira Valley, which has issues of its own, less severe but still noticeable. Rework would change everything. Not small cap zone tweaks, not invisible adjustments. Full layout revisions built in Frostbite's internal map editor. There's reason to hope. Developers have already returned to Battlefield 6 to continue working on map content, including the creator behind Siege of Cairo, the most praised map in the game. If that expertise is pointed at Solace City, the results could be transformative. Season 2 could deliver new map upgrades, better flow, more varied play spaces. If that happens, Season 2 becomes more than just a collection of weapons and gadgets. It becomes a step forward for the entire game. What Season 2 is shaping up to be. When you zoom out and look at everything together, the shape of Season 2 becomes clear. This isn't a tiny update. It's not a filler patch. It's the next chapter of live service growth. Season 2 may deliver the MG5, Brand 2, Scorpion EVO 3, and VZ61. 4 explosive new gadgets. The return of the Little Bird helicopter. Movement toward naval vehicles. 2 new maps, likely. Existing map reworks possible. That is a lot of content potential. The key will be execution. Weapon rollout pacing, gadget balance, vehicle tuning, map design. These decisions will determine whether Season 2 feels like a breakthrough or just a slow drip of updates. But right now, the leaked foundation looks strong. Battlefield 6 has bruises, sure, but Season 2 has momentum. And if the rollouts land well, the game could feel dramatically different. 6 months from now. That's the full Season 2 breakdown. If this got you fired up for what's coming, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our coverage when these weapons, gadgets, and maps actually drop. Drop a comment below with what you're most excited for, MG5, Little Bird, or those map reworks. See you in the next one.